I've signed up for an experiment to try to learn to live more sustainably. I'm ditching suburbia to build my own shelter, hunt and grow my own food, and do all those things our forebears could do. I've got 10 months to turn a small block of land into a sustainable unit.
To be honest, I wasn't actually aware that was there. The leaves were all around it and I thought it was just a manky Chinese cabbage of some kind. But there it is, like a dirty little secret. Cauliflower.
My path to becoming a gardening guru has been long and arduous.
Well, I began with the notion that you can just put plants in dirt and they'll grow. That turned out not to be the case. My experimental gardens in the paddock turned out to be a wonderful success in terms of an experiment, but not a wonderful success as gardens. There's not a lot growing, and what is growing appears to have some kind of plague. Bit of an embarrassment, actually. But eventually, despite being somewhat shambolic, I grew what ended up being prize-winning produce. I'm an award-winning parsley grower. For a guy who isn't the greatest gardener in the world, I was chuffed. 3 seconds, and a third, and 2 honourable mentions.
Done well.
And I can now put it on my CV. Grower, prize-winning produce. These 3 gardens here are now producing pretty much as I can eat. Most people could fit these gardens in their sections. And obviously they're probably not going to feed their entire family every meal from them, but look how much you can grow. It's astounding. If anything, these gardens here are a wonderful tribute to 8 months of learning. I've become a gardener.
It's great when sustainable actions help the planet, but some of my most sustaining actions have centred around my stomach. Perhaps my most satisfying achievement is the mud oven I call the kiln, and for this I have to thank the multi-talented Wolfgang.
This is sand-based fun for grown-ups.
Just plonk it where it needs to go.
Yep.
This will make a perfect pizza and it will bake perfect bread.
Much appreciated, Wolfgang.
The mud oven changed my life and my waistline. Some of my finest creations were to emerge from its fiery centre.
Burning a pizza.
What do you reckon about that, kids?
It's burnt.
It's burnt. It is a little bit burnt.
Burnt it. Burnt it.
There's nothing wrong with a little kiln-based charring. And with their rumbling stomachs satisfied, it's time to hustle the children back to the field.
Right, so now you need to dig a little hole with your stick. Each dig a little hole, nice and spaced out. And then we're going to plant these bits of vegetables in here. There you go, buddy. Put that in there. When I leave here, I wanted to make sure that whoever comes here next can walk into a garden that's already flourishing. So I wanted to make sure that I'd planted some plants in there and that the soil had been enriched so that if they've got, I guess, a chance to kind of think, oh, this is great. I can go and harvest something straight away from that garden. Because I remember the delight that I had when I arrived, and there was some clumps of semi-wild silver beet and there were some potatoes growing in the compost, and it kind of sustained me for a while. What a triumph!
If we can leave a place in a better condition than when we found it, then to me that's being sustainable.